can't even imagine to tell you the number of inhospitable worlds like these that I've visited. Expecting me to jump down after you?
Legacy is treating you all right.
think I got it.
Landing salvage. Let's set it down. Lifting off now. Hell of a view from here.
This old mining colony looks more rundown than Ebbside on Neon. And that's saying something.
Prepare to be scanned. And we're done.
Landing struts primed. Retros firing.
This old mining colony looks more rundown than Ebbside on Neon. And that's saying something. Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby. this place feel like home?
Lifting off now. Aim point reached. Oh, hi, Sam.
Miss Morgan.
Sarah, please. Good work dealing with those productions. They have these jetpacks for a reason, you know.
Good day, Captain.
Hey, it's my personal savior.
Escape trajectory plotted. Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it? Gear looks green, ready to land.
Keep an eye out for hostile life forms.
Welcome to Gagarin. Your ship need fuel? Repairs?
Can I help? Feel free to drop... Time to go?
Mech construction is a dead industry, Chief Pretorius. Those jobs aren't coming back. But Reliant Medical, Archmite, and Satori Mills are dedicated to Gagarin. We were just hoping Gagarin could show the same dedication in return.
I'm not closing off the city every time you want to run a tour group through here.
Our investor visits are the key to making Gagarin a place that works again. A place where people want to live again.
People are living here just fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have security work to get back to. Tell me you're here to just report a good old-fashioned crime? If I have to deal with one more corporate exec begging for special treatment, I'll eat my badge. Oh, you haven't heard? Gagarin's going to be the next New Atlantis, or so we've all been told. Centauri Mills, Archmite, Reliant Medical, they all bought up and renovated derelict buildings here in the city in the past couple years. We needed the jobs, to be sure. Gagarin got hit hard after the mech plants were all shuttered when the colony war ended. But I'm not sure I've ever met a more entitled group than these executives. Treat the city like an amusement park, and all of us as the amusements. It's kept me and my people plenty busy, just not with actual policing. But, I'm sorry. Did you actually need to report something? Guess I'm off the hook then. But look, I'm Security Chief Pretorius. If you do have anything to report, you can speak to me or one of my officers. We're always around. We've had our issues. Some folks aren't thrilled about the corporations moving in, but the majority don't act on it. Those that do, largely keep it civil. Protest, throw some paint, occasional crate wanders off. But we've managed to avoid any open conflict so far. It's really not a bad assignment. You can come find me later if you need to. Gagarin's not really that sort of burg. Most of the restaurants went belly up when the mech trade shut down. Only one left is Lizzie's, on the other side of town, though it does have a nice view of the square. There's also a little social club the local executive set up across from Lizzie's, but it's still pretty light on amenities. Now, if you're just looking to resupply, then you'll want Clint's. Another case of last business standing, but he's got a good selection. And for medical supplies, you'll want Dr. Kayala. You can find both of them on the main concourse. Beyond that, we're just corporate offices and private homes. Well, I came here right after training, which was 10 years ago now. Gagarin was a lot rougher then. People were still reeling from all the plants getting shut down after the war. So there was a lot of petty theft, break-ins. I was responsible for putting together a pretty busy community outreach program. Worked out well enough that they eventually made me chief. Should I go find the doctor? Should get back to it anyway.
Immigrants can have it. I'll see you when your ship comes.
One more corporate exec asks for security escort to this ship. I might just hit someone. Could use a little chit-chat after the day I've had.
I'm sorry, but if this isn't directly related to Reliant medical business, you should really schedule an appointment. Who knows? Drink themselves to death? I honestly haven't the slightest. I'm usually too busy trying to make something of this city. But if you aren't the seize the day type, you can wander over to Lizzie's. I haven't heard about any waves of blindness striking the city's residents, so the drinks can't be that bad. What's that like? Challenging. I work for Helena Strickland, one of the most driven executives in the industry. I tighten really, though she seems to forget it's not just her that's responsible for Reliant's successes around here. Though we've been having some courier troubles recently. I think there could be some credits in if you're interested. Speak to Helena. I better get back to it. I hope this is important. Gagarin is a city on the rise. Cheap facilities, an enthusiastic labor market. Archmite and Satari Mills are just learning what Reliant's known for years. Gagarin is the place to do business.
Gagarin's not an easy place to live. Nice to finally be getting some new neighbors.
You're not the usual courier. Please tell me you're his replacement, and that you're just here to pay me a long overdue visit on his behalf. What am I talking about? I'm talking about someone, anyone, handing over my exceedingly late delivery. Now, are you my courier's replacement or not? Are you now? Look, I'm expecting a very important package. Very important. What would you say to tracking it down for me? Quickly. I pay, and I pay well. Good. Let's get you on your way then. Akachi Rosenblum, United Transport, Gagarin branch. Now, please. Akachi, it's Helena, over at Reliant Medical. Your courier never showed. I need his stops for the day. This is my I don't care voice, Akachi. Oh? And what's your firm's policy on losing our branch as a client? I thought so. Send it to my personal slate. Thank you, Akachi. Here. All the places our courier might have gotten waylaid. She mentioned a panel or something that you can plug his ID number into at each delivery point. They should tell you if he's been there recently. The ID's 8148. When you do finally track him down, you can tell him you'll be completing delivery. Now go get me my package. Please.
Salutations. Please ask a supervisor if you need to.
Courier 8148 detected. Error. You have already checked in at this drop-off location. Please resume standard route. Error. You have already checked in at this location. Please resume route.
Next time, Use your jetpack.
Check-in accepted. You are late, courier.
Welcome.
Please complete delivery
Interested in
and
joining
proceed
up with the
along your
Vanguard
route.
Oh, I'm just looking for my ID badge. You haven't seen one, have you?
Oh, no. Probably worth checking in at the security office if you haven't already.
Dang. Guess I'll head there next. Thanks. I wonder if there are any mining jobs on Mars these days. I can put up with some dust.
Welcome to the Vanguard recruitment office. Here to join the cause. If you've got a ship and the metal to help keep UC systems safe, the Vanguard has got a place for you. The Vanguard is the United Colonies volunteer fleet. Any pilot, UC or otherwise, is welcome to join up. You'll earn credits, and with time, your UC citizenship. Just have to complete an exam and a probationary mission, and you'll be out defending the Fringe in no time. Not a problem. What do you want to discuss? My family's actually lived here since the place was first settled. Gagarin's seen a lot in that time. Wasn't too long ago, this was a booming manufacturing town, churning out mechs for the UC. That all went belly up when the technology was banned post-colony war. Now we've got these outside firms buying up the old factories, bringing in new money. Honestly, I think we'll see this place get a real facelift in our lifetimes. UC Marine Corps. Served in the Colony War. I can't talk about the specifics, but I'm proud of what I was able to do. Being a part of something bigger than myself made me who I am today. Living in the war zone, you get a better idea of the value of life, of working together with others, of your own strengths. I'm still processing my experiences and how they changed my life to this day. I'd love to get some more people coming in the door. Any interest in helping me distribute some recruiting materials to a couple local concerns?
Military recruitment can certainly be thankless. We're happy to lend a hand.
Spoken like one who knows the slog. I'm guessing Marines?
Navigator Corps.
Navigator Corps. So you're intimately acquainted with hardship, then. Well, I appreciate you helping me with this minor one. You'll be dropping off recruitment kits to 3 people. Lizzie Aheo at the local watering hole, Chief Pretorius at the security office, and Dr. Keala over at the clinic. I'll pay you for the legwork, but I'll throw in some extra if you can get them to guarantee they'll actually put the materials up. That all sound like it's in your wheelhouse? Good. Once you're done, come back here. I'll have your credits waiting.
There's something I need to talk to you about. Yuri Gagarin, one of the first to take the leap into space. Without him, we might not be standing here right now. Discuss.
Check-in accepted. Please continue along your route, courier.
I heard this story about a kid who was walking and fell from the Academy's level.
End of the colony war hit Gagarin hard.
back at last. Did you find the courier? And more importantly, my package? My God, dead? Well, I suppose that explains why my employee, Mr. Maximoff, disappeared so suddenly. And why the tracking beacon I installed on his ship was detected fleeing the planet. Here, your payment for finding the courier. It seems you've got some chops when it comes to investigation. What would you say to finding Mr. Maximoff for me? Seeing what he knows about where our data might have wandered off to. Mr. Maximoff was, may still be, one of Reliant's most ambitious young executives. His business is Reliant's business. If he was to do something rash, like run off with Reliant's confidential and proprietary data, then it's our responsibility to know that. Hence the tracker, and why I'd appreciate your help in confirming if that's the case or not. Excellent. Mr. Maximoff, Bonifant, appears to have set down on another world here in Alpha Centauri, Hawley. Go there and see what he may know on the subject of our fallen courier and our missing data.
Greetings, Captain.
For you, Captain.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Been in the Vanguard a long time. The faces change, but bad guys are still bad guys, you know.
All thrusters firing. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized. Good to go for landing.
Hope the Black Sea is treating you all right.
The non-zoo.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
I've never had the stomach for big industry. All they care about is making money. Looks like a pretty standard industrial facility. I presume there's a reason that you brought us here?
running away, eh? Ha! Found ya! Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
I have something. I have an important personal decision to make, but I need... Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless. In my case, I was third in command, which has a lot to do with the story. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12. Including my own. Economic reasons. Several of the worlds in the Cassiopeia system were mineral-rich. Both sides wanted to drop refinery outposts on the surface to bolster their supply. No. This is important. I need to tell you this. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight. The Dauntless was a tough little ship. No shields and the hull was breached, but it still had power. And weapons. That's why I remained in the battle. Huge mistake. Well, I didn't have the luxury of indecision. I had to act. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. The last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do. Thank you. But condolences can't reverse what I've done. I was caught up in the moment. An inexperienced captain making rash decisions that cost people their lives. Yes. They expected to serve on the best ships, with the best captains. The crew of the Dauntless had to settle for me. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial. Bad luck. That sounds familiar. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator core going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us. After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja. I'm counting on that. Look, I think I've said all I can handle for now. Thank you for being there, for listening to me when I needed it the most. I'll never forget this. I promise. Something you need? Glad to haul whatever you need. Maybe another time.
That last click
is so satisfying, isn't it?
Are you here for me? Well, don't just stand there. Help me. Thank God. Ugh. You know, honestly didn't expect UC security to get here, so... Wait, you're not with security? Who are you? Well, I can help on all accounts. Maldonado, the man responsible for killing the courier, stealing my ship, and dragging me here, he's got the data. He's looking to auction off our research and frame me for the theft. But that son of a bitch crossed the wrong man. What do you say we go get Reliance property back? You've got my word, it's the truth. I was just popping out to grab some coffee when someone stuck something in my neck. Next thing I know, I'm bound on my own ship, listening to Maldonado blabber about how he's planning to spend the money he'll be making off Reliance hard work, which we're not going to let happen. You don't need to worry about me. We'll both be safer with someone watching our backs. Now, no more arguing. Let's go. Maldonado's quarters are towards the rear of the facility. Don't worry though. I'm sure you noticed he didn't exactly pay for Ecliptic's finest. No Ecliptic A-team would have missed a pistol on their only captive, for example. And I took several firearms courses before my transfer to Gagarin. This should be child's play.
Might as well take what we can.
be worth taking a look through this.
What's the meaning of all this? I am not to be... Bonifant.
So, Reliant sends along a merc of their own, then.
Shut it! Hand over the data, or I'll promise you'll regret it.
Well, look at that fire. Junior executive, no more. The answer is no, Mr. Maximoff. This data's worth a lot of money to my potential buyers. Of course, it doesn't have to be just me that benefits. Now, if Reliant sent you, then you've had the pleasure of meeting Ms. Strickland. Lovely woman, don't you think? But that's the very problem. You're doing your job for the wrong person. Strickland is as cheap as she is mean. I, however, understand the importance of appropriate compensation. I will pay you handsomely right now to turn around, get back in your ship, and inform Helena that our Bonifant here betrayed her. That he killed the courier, stole Reliant's precious data, but was then tragically killed during the handoff with Ecliptic. I'll even handle the killing part myself. What do you say?
Quiet! It's not going to work! It's not, right? Wait, you're not actually considering this, are you? Yes, maybe Helena's on the more frugal side of things. But did you not hear him? He's talking about killing me. All we want is that data.
We refuse to let you get away with this.
Well, I can't say I didn't try. But, I've got an auction to plan, so I guess I'll just have to get rid of you myself. Ta-ta.
Well, I suppose they're not going to do it anymore.
Let's get Reliance property back. Data's intact? Thank God. I'll take my own ship back to Gagarin. I'm sure Helena will be. Well, she'll be happy to see you, at least. I hope that Claude didn't do too much damage to my ship. Thank you for making the right choice.
anything meant for human consumption.
Captain, greetings.
Might not be Jemison, but this ship is starting to feel like home.
Don't love him, so don't. Just wish everyone else.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal.
My services are inadequate. Please leave a complaint so I can improve.
You're back. Without Mr. Maximoff. Is he all right? You didn't have to deal with him, did you? Well, if there's nothing else, I have matters to attend to. Well, what happened with Mr. Maximoff? You didn't have to take. Goodbye. Well, what happened with Mr. Maximoff? You didn't have to take care of him. Maldonado. I know that name. He's a renowned data broker. Black market. I'll have to let corporate know about his involvement. And that you managed to stop him. This was good work. Excellent work. Speaking of which, would you be so kind as to hand over the data? By reputation only, I assure you. We're not the only firm that's had research or client data simply wander off, then crop up in the hands of a criminal element. And that name cropped up in more than a few of them. So it does seem that you've spared us from becoming his next victim. That seems reasonable. Here, for a job well done. You have Reliance and my gratitude. this isn't urgent, have my assistant schedule something. Yes, yes, I'm very generous. You're welcome.
I know a guy who just got a job at the Centauri Mills plant. I'll say what they pay, but his outfit's sure good.
Salutations. Please ask the supervisor if you need something. If you have any comments about this facility, please leave feedback with the main office.
Get the assessment back on your apartment?
I did. The bank says it's worth double what it was when I moved in.
Ah,
So
there you
are
are.
you going
Look,
to buy
it
it?
merits saying again. Thank you. Now,
Only
if
if I
you...
take up
Well, I made it out alive thanks to you. So I'd say things are going pretty well. But sorry, I should really get back to it. Reliance always here when you need us.
Wonder if there are any mining jobs on Mars these days. Could put up with some dust. Well,
Come here.
You been to Clint's recently? He get crushed under all that crap yet?
I was just about to send you some documentation to read for the call tomorrow. It's only about 70 pages.
If you have any problems,
So
you
you
should
should be able
talk
to
to
handle
Chief Pretorius. She'll help you out.
For sure. I'll get right on that.
That should help us out.
Not to sound ungrateful, but Reliance always here. Can you make it quick? Gagarin is a city. Archmidas.
I better get back to it.
Hey, what can I do for you?